welcome to another video and a community that believes weird is wonderful and magic is real. And another haul. But first, we have an announcement.
On the count of 3. 1.
So, obviously, Harry Potter is our ultimate umbrella of a theme. And actually in previous years, we haven't really picked a theme focus within that because Harry Potter, the wizarding world, AKA is a world. The word is in there. So there's a lot that you can do and focus on. You could do like a potions vibe. You can so many things. You could focus on one movie if you wanted to, or book. Okay, we are reading the books. So many more deets in the books, you guys. Come join us. But the theme that we are going to be doing is the Forbidden Forest. I'm so excited. I'm excited for the Forbidden Forest. Now, let me back it up. When I say theme, our main focus is particularly this year and maybe going forward, I don't know, we go year by year, I go moment by moment really, is going to be outside. So we have a lot of ideas to make this Forbidden Forest themed outside. Will we be bringing that theme inside? Yes. It's probably not going to be as full on everywhere. I mean, I have a lot of other decor that brings in just a Harry Potter vibe because the goal is the outside is the Forbidden Forest and you walk into a witch's house, you know? So there might be elements of the Forbidden Forest kind of seeping in, you know? Think of Hagrid's hut where stuff just kind of comes in. It's a hut. It's leaves kind of coming in, that sort of thing. So there's a lot we can pull from with this. I mean, obviously spiders, we've got an Aragog situation. We got a little bit of the you know what I'm saying? A little bit of that. Might be doing something there outside. Little scene set up, I hope. I will say I'm a little nervous to share any kind of theme because I feel like I need to live up to that. But we're going to be doing not just things that we purchase and bring to the outside and the inside, but we will be making some things as well to make it feel very Forbidden Forest. And I'm excited by the Forbidden Forest, and I feel this every Halloween that we do this. This will be our 3rd Halloween doing Harry Potter because it just feels like an all year round thing. I mean, it's earthy, it's trees, spider webs, we were talking about this earlier. You even got centaurs, anything, unicorns, anything that lives in the forest, but also a darker, kind of greener, you know what I'm saying? Vibe. Some spooky, next level spooky. We will get into a whole lot more details on what we want to do. We'll do some videos, maybe breaking down what we want to do before we actually do it. Let me know if that interests you, but that's our theme, and I'm excited by it. So we have been trying to, going forward, look for things that would fit into that. And today I have a haul. How much of that fits into it? Probably not so much. And we'll probably be doing a little bit of online shopping with you guys too, looking for things that fit into that theme. So this is gonna be just a Halloween, all year round witchy, I feel like it fits into a Harry Potter world, hence my house is Harry Potter, so I hope so, sort of haul. And we've got stuff from places like Michael's. What else have we got? I just went to Spirit Halloween, HomeGoods, more from Joanne, TJ Maxx, just all over the place. So let's get started. Oh, let me back that up real quick. Rewind. If you saw the bag, I'm assuming you did, in the thumbnail and you're curious where it's from, I thought it was so cute. I love the aesthetic. It says fall is magical. That one is from Joanne. And I would recommend buying at least 2 of them because they're not the most durable things. So I always double bag those suckers, but it's nice and big. So that's where that is from. And as always, I will link everything down below. But now let's start with Michael's. I have thoughts, you guys. So the first 2 items, I actually got, what did we get? How many did we get? 5 to 6 items from Michael's. Not too shabby because I actually wasn't super impressed. I've become less super impressed and we'll get into that. But I mostly just didn't find a lot of things that would fit into a Harry Potter Halloween and definitely our theme. But the first 2 items I talked about in the vlog, coming along with me at Michael's and doing some Halloween hunting and how, well, I didn't say it, but I actually already picked them up. And they are from the prints section. So the first one is the one that I wanted the most and got that one. And that is this cat familiar, I'm gonna call it. I'm kind of contemplating it living in here because I want to do like maybe a magical creatures vibe, maybe like a foresty magical creatures vibe situation. But I also had a black cat. His name was Dexter. I loved him very much. He wasn't a floofy cat like this, but I don't know, I just gravitated towards it. But I do need to add some commentary. So let me set this down. We're gonna get real serious. Some quick thoughts on Michaels and their prints. So if you guys watched, you know that I had a momentary pause of wondering, were any of these prints AI created? If you don't care if things are AI created, skip over this section. I will timestamp it so you can just skip over. I do care. And the primary reason I care is because it's straight up ripping off artists. And I fully believe in supporting those artists. And so I have since learned that at least some of the prints, we haven't been able to confirm all of them, are AI generated. And the ones that are most obvious are in the haunted forest lines, that white line. And there's one in particular. Let me roll a little bit of footage for you real quick on that print. Okay, so this is the most obvious print that is undeniably AI created. How do we know? Let's look right here. Do you guys see this? Do you see this? This is a logo from a website that is AI. You can input keywords and get images. And one of their other logos right here on this print. What the heck, Michaels? Like, what the heck? So there are also, that's the most blatantly obvious AI created print that they have. You'll notice it's also quite blurry. Some have pointed out that there are 3 legs, additional leg on this wolf. Do you see? That's not the way it's supposed to be. And that's a good indication of AI. So yeah, just the logo right on it. I have a problem with that. And I had already previously bought 2 of these prints, and we have looked them over to see, is there any blatant logo? There is not. Doesn't mean it's not AI, but we don't know. I can say that we have reached out to Michaels in multiple ways because I care, okay? I'm gonna keep this short, but we've reached out through a chat and asked, very kindly, not accusatory, because we're curious. We want to know, okay? We want to buy some prints. Had already bought them. And it was recommended to be sent to the next person up. And after that, the chat was conveniently ended. And then my husband did this. So he tried a second time. And if you are familiar, there's the brand called Ashland. So it's kind of similar to Place and Time at Joanne, where basically the company has their own separate brand. And what he was told is, you need to reach out to Ashland because Ashland is a separate entity altogether. He did not realize in that moment until researching later, no, it is not. It is owned by them. It is their brand. It is an in-house situation. So a little bit deflection going on there. And I spoke to also, when I was there earlier getting that footage, I spoke to an employee who was a little gobsmacked that there was blatant watermarks on the prints and was surprised at the response because she also agreed that Ashland is actually Michaels. It's just a name they've attached to things. So not a huge fan. And so I went into a dilemma of like, do I return these things? Because these particular ones, so let me show you really quick. So I got the cat one and I really love it. And I really don't like loving something that could potentially be AI. And the other one that I got is this one here. Now, if you look up like everybody that has gone about investigating, there are Reddit threads out there, and a lot of them come back to that white line. Doesn't mean these aren't AI. We have looked them over so much to see if we can find anything obvious, and we cannot. But I will say, going forward, because I went through quite a dilemma there, going forward, we're gonna be quite critical of Michaels, because this is really, really disappointing. This is an arts and crafts store. Why can we not actually, you have the funds to find a good artist and support them. And not only that, it would be good marketing for you. It is just like, what? Mind-boggling, some of the business decisions that are made. So that was deeply disappointing to me. And yeah, so that's where we're at. I went through like a whole thing in my head of, do I keep these? And that's where we're at. We looked at them over and over and over again. Yeah. And if you do have actual confirmation somewhere, please put that in the description. Not just, hey, I know they're all AI. No, I need some actual like evidence of this. So, you know, maybe you also reach out to Michael's. Maybe you actually get somebody that wants to talk to you. So anyway, sorry for that quick little diversion there, but I think it's important for me. Ethics are important to me. Art is important to me. So I believe in the saying, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, sort of thing. But I think it goes beyond that. So please stand for something. If Harry Potter has taught us anything, it is to stand for what is right. So that's my thought. But yeah, those are the ones that I got. Popping in really quick and pausing this video to give an update that since recording this, we have decided to return one of two of these. So the kind of portrait with the stack of books and the witch hat, I don't know, it just felt like a little more possibly AI. And it's completely possible that every single print is. And it's totally unfair that consumers are put in this position to have to suss this out. But more so unfair that big businesses or any business of any kind is ultimately ripping off artists. Not a fan. So anyway, that is all of this Bummerfest. But hey, we keep it on the reels here. But let's get back to the haul. Okay, so next up, this one I will say, I don't love the paint job. And it is, I think they're just calling it ceramic cauldron. Here is that cauldron. It's a little mini cauldron. It's got a handle. I do love me a handle on a cauldron. This one is ceramic, but if you see and look at the brush job, it's like, it's so obvious somebody took a brush and was just like, do-do-do. It's not great. But I like that it had a lid. Let's take the lid off and look inside. So the inside is just a solid black, which makes sense. The resting situation would probably be more outside than anything. But there is the lid. Take that off. There you go. My thought, as a result of some of your comments, is to take your suggestion and possibly make this more of an aged cauldron. Unless I just do a matte black, I'm gonna go over it. But I otherwise like the rest of it. There's a lot of places this can live. I'm a sucker for a cauldron, okay? That's very obvious. Speaking of which, I've got more cauldrons to show you. And they are a much smaller size. So I showed you, these were in the like paper craft, like scrapbooking section. And they are these tiny cauldrons, a set of 6 mini cauldrons. They even have a handle. And what are we gonna use these for? Well, we have Harry Potter, like Department 56 buildings. We don't have all of them, slowly collecting. Can you imagine? Like, I've been looking for some like mini things to put on the outside and stacking them. Stacked cauldrons on the, they're like the perfect size to put stacked cauldrons like on the side of a door of one of the buildings. Like, come on, why not? Actually, speaking of that, we have something similar. We have some pumpkins. So this is the Ashland decorative pumpkins. We have these right here, just some basic pumpkins. And then we have these 3 different ones. Now, don't look super close, not the most amazing paint jobs, but they're sufficient. I mean, I think we paid like 50 cents for these each. And what we're going for, actually he picked these up. They were in like the fall area, is Hagrid's Hut. Department 56, Hagrid's Hut, putting these on the outside because he's got like gigantic pumpkins. So these will basically be pretty gigantic considering the size of that building. And then like having a whole like harvest situation around them. What other building out of all of them than Hagrid's Hut do we put some pumpkins out? So yeah, so we got that. I think everything else is like filler stuff. And we have a lot more filler to get, especially since we're doing a Forbidden Forest. Like we'll even be doing some like picking up stuff outside and bringing it in and doing stuff with it. So we picked up things like this. Not as exciting. It's the Halloween hay, but it's in black. It's a different texture than like the spiderweb stuff. So we'll see what we can do with those. I picked up, I hate that there's plastic around these. I don't know why you had to do that, but these natural mini bundles. I have a particular character I thought might hold these that's in the house. Maybe even sitting behind me. I don't know. And then more filler, I got these garlands right here. So I got 2. They actually had these last year, but I really like the colors because this feels Forbidden Foresty to me. I like the pop of purple with these little fuzzy situations. And then we've got like a green, black. Those are the colors we're gonna be working with, is blacks, deep greens. We'll still have pops of pumpkins and little jack-o'-lanterns and stuff, but I wanna dive into that Forbidden Forest situation. And I think that is everything at Michael's. And I will say, like, the majority of this is decor, but we have a few, like, wearables. But at Joanne, there's only, like, one thing that we picked up, although I picked up multiples of them. And they are tapered candles, but they're kind of extra special. And I hadn't seen this section originally, so if you actually go a little further back into the regular candle section, they have a subsection of candles that are Halloween. And I might pick up one because I think there's one that's a forest, like it's a 3-wick round candle that's like a forest theme. It's got a black outside. And I didn't realize that until we had decided our theme. But these are black, right? Basic, okay. They come in a pack of 2. They're tapered candles. But look, it melts green. I've seen candles that melt red. I have not seen any that melt green. How does that not fit into Forbidden Forest? It also can fit into a Slytherin area. And we may or may not be doing a Slytherin-y area in the future in this house. Just an all year round situation, okay? It's my second house. And I dip my foot into that house quite often, especially as of late, okay? But it's spicy. So I couldn't pass up on the green, and it's a nice, green apple-y color. It feels very Slytherin-y. Very earthy, very Forbidden Forest. And that's it at Joanne. HomeGoods. HomeGoods has not been a home run for me, okay? In previous years, there have been things that we have picked up at HomeGoods. It's a hit or miss place. I took you along there. If you noticed, that section was quite brief, okay? Because it's just a lot of stuff that doesn't fit into my aesthetic. There's only one, well, we got chains, I showed you those, but I had seen this item previously, I kind of wanted it, and then I saw it again, and I was like, I think I want it. So I picked up this pumpkin with a little frog, there's even a spider web attached to this frog, and a butterfly. So here's the pumpkin, it is black. We got the little stem right there, and then the tip of the stem has like a brushed gold. I think I will actually go over this and bring that brushed gold down just a little bit. We still want a nice blending of the black into the pumpkin. And then here is the frog on top, which has a little bit of that brushed gold continued over on the little spots, a little on the feet, and then on the butterfly. I mean, anytime I see butterflies, that's another thing that fits in with the Forbidden Forest or butterflies. I think of the follow the butterflies phrase. And it's just sitting on top. And I just like that this pumpkin is a little heavier on one side. It's just it's almost ugly. I wish it had the little warts and stuff. But I also feel like in that future Slytherin-y area, this can be an all year round piece because we'll be doing greens and blacks. We'll get into that in a whole video when we're ready to do that. But yeah, I like that. I think that was $16.99. So if you have a HomeGoods and you want it, that's how much you're forking out. All right, so that is the only thing from HomeGoods. Bath and Body Works. All right, I know Bath and Body Works is not for everybody, but I done placed 3 orders total. I won't show you everything else. We've already done a haul on Bath and Body Works, but I did go back. And I went back because I had some free rewards, so I might as well get me some things. And the first one I got is just classic, so we already got 3 of the wallflowers. I got a 4th one. It's just a classic pumpkin. We will be having pops of purple in our Forbidden Forest. We'll also be having pumpkins, so why not? I don't know where it's gonna go, but I like it. And then one of the things that I passed up that I wished I didn't, especially considering a Forbidden Forest theme, is this soap holder. So it's a spider soap holder. It fits these sorts of soaps, which by the way, just picked this up today. The afternoon apple picking, so good, so good. Had to get it, I also love the color. So that fits in here, right? Look at it. Let me give you a little up close of that spider. So we got that little spider kind of holding on to the soap and then a whole bunch of skulls. One of them has little eyes that are gems. And then this is a silicone situation. And for anybody curious, I was curious, battery is sealed and not replaceable. Well, thanks. thanks Bath and Body Works. Because what it does is, I'm not gonna press this, but when you press it, it does this. Here, let me hold it near my... I love it. I love it. It's kind of like classic Halloween-y sounds. There's nothing that's like somebody talking that feels like it couldn't fit into a Harry Potter Halloween. All right, thank you. Okay, we're done now. All right, that is it for Bath & Body Works. Now we've got TJ Maxx. Also another place I showed you guys, like 99.9% of the stuff there is just not for me. It is not for me, it's not for my vibe, and I don't even see much of it fitting into a Harry Potter Halloween. So there are two things that I got, and they're in the Bath & Body area. The first one is a soap that I had passed up the first time, and I shared a photo in the Discord group, and one of you was like, oh, I like that. Like, that would fit in. And I was like, yeah, it would. So I need to get that next time I go. And it's this Venom Verbena soap. I like that it's in a sort of amber. So this is plastic. It's not glass. But an amber container with that, like, I don't know, just got potion-y vibes. I love a butterfly. Again, that follow the butterfly situation. And it smells lemony, you know? So couldn't pass that one up. I think it might go in this bathroom. I don't know. We might also do like videos of each area. You tell me, what do you want? I just do whatever you want. I'm just kidding. No, I don't. Okay, the next one is another Bath & Body one, and I was kind of surprised. It was actually in the Bath & Body section. I was surprised to see something like this. I thought it was really cute. I already mentioned I'm a sucker for a cauldron, and it is this black cherry bath fizzer cauldron holder. Like, hey, what a cute little gift you can give to somebody. It's a little cauldron, so it's got a kind of shine to it, so you can definitely put like bath fizzers in them and not have any issues. Like if that were not coated, that might be a problem, but it also has a little handle and it says, feeling witchy. How cute is that? And they smell so good. So they're these tiny little bath bombs wrapped up, so I'll probably take that out and have them sitting in there. And then you can just refill that. This is an all year round piece. Like, come on, $9.99 for that too. Couldn't pass it up. All right, last but not least, Spirit Halloween. Now, I will say I did go to Spirit Halloween like as soon as they opened, literally August 2nd. I think they opened on the 1st. But that was the soonest that I can get there. And I even recorded about half of a video, but I came to realize there just wasn't a whole lot to show you guys within the theme that we do. The Harry Potter section is basically the same, literally the same. They did not come out with any new products. And there are other areas that I would have shown you, like there's a witching line, all of this sort of stuff. So if you are interested, I will be sharing photos in the Discord group, but I don't like to just put videos out there unless I feel like they're actually providing something of sustenance and relatable to this channel to you guys. I value your time, okay? But the 3 things that I got are wearables. And I mean, I just lean witchy stuff. Harry Potter is filled with a bunch of witches and wizards. So those are the things that I got. And the first up are some spider web tights. I honestly can't recall if I have spider web tights. I mean, these are like $10. I just couldn't pass up. I feel like spider web tights just give me, for some reason, Bellatrix vibes. There are a lot of things at Spirit Halloween, and I kind of covered it in the video that I'm not sharing with you guys, that you can take and elevate to being Harry Pottery. And so there are a lot of little things like this that I feel like, I don't know, maybe you're a big fan of Aragog and you want to go full on spider. Like this is a fun way to do that, like an inspired outfit. There's a lot of stuff like that. There's also full on outfits you can take and add fun things to them. But yeah, that's the first one. And then the next thing I got are these dark witch earrings. So they're like little pentagram earrings. And I was thinking about it. I feel like they have a little crystal on the bottom. I might take the crystal off and just remove the bit here because I really like that piece. I don't know, or I might keep it. These are only $8. But yeah, I just feel like pentagrams, I'm pretty sure we saw them in the divination classroom. I feel like they're undoubtedly in the wizarding world. It's just, that is like one of the most obvious witchcraft symbols. So couldn't pass that up. And then I have been exploring the world of chokers and I came across this fallen angel choker. It's just a singular like strip, but she's a glittery business. You guys know I love me a glittery business. But yeah, that's that. And then it's got the adjustable bit on the back, $10 for that one. So those were the only wearables, and that was everything from Spirit Halloween. And that was everything in this haul. Thank you for bearing with my little, what do we call that? Moment of feelings. Also, let me know in those comments, what do you think of our theme? Are you excited? Do you have any ideas for us? They may be ones we've thought of, but I don't know until we chat with you. So let me know in the comments. Let me know in Discord. All the things that we need to be exploring for a Forbidden Forest theme. I'm so, so excited. We'll be bringing you along every step of the way. I'm sure there's going to be more hauls to come. I don't know the next time we're going to go Halloween hunting. We have to wait for the back to school to go back to school because places like HomeGoods and TJ Maxx are just not tickling my fancy. But we will be taking you online shopping. We're going to be doing all sorts of things. We got to decorate this background and get that prepped. Like, let me know what you want to see. And like I said, I'll do it or I won't. I don't know. But remember, my magical friends, what was that? To love what you love with everything you have. And stand for something and don't fall for everything, or whatever the heck that phrase is. And keep making that magic. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Cute little GIF. Like if you wanted to GIF it. Did I say GIF?